Well, Dr. Phil's Merritt Street Media is filing for bankruptcy and suing Christian television giants Trinity.
Millions of Americans sat glued to their TVs watching total emotional breakdowns play out live, and somehow it got packaged as healing entertainment. A man with a doctorate, a cold stare, and that famous mustache would lean in, listen for a couple minutes, then hand out a life-changing judgment before the commercials even finished.
You know, I just did what I could. That he thinks people see things from only his point of view. What concert are you watching? How can I be laughing today and my daughter is dead?
The crowd would clap like they just watched something inspiring. Cameras zoomed right into people crying. A hotline popped up on the screen. Everything looked polished, serious, and professional. When Dr. Phil launched in 2002, it blew up almost instantly and became one of the biggest daytime TV shows in America. At its peak, millions of people tuned in every single day to watch strangers unravel on national television. The formula was simple, but it hooked people fast. Someone's personal life was crashing hard. The tension kept building. Dr. Phil stepped in and confronted them directly. Then by the end of the episode, everything got wrapped up with a neat little lesson for viewers at home. His famous line, "How's that working for you?" became iconic because it turned complicated psychology talk into something quick, sharp, and perfect for TV soundbites. For years, audiences believed the show was offering real help. It looked like accountability. It looked like tough love. It looked like a public service. But behind all the applause and emotional speeches, there was a huge problem nobody wanted to talk about.
But I think we're just going to shut this down because I'm not into all this melodrama and you playing the victim.
Real therapy is built on privacy, trust, and honesty. Television runs on drama, conflict, and big reactions. Once those two worlds collided, the priorities changed fast. Emotional struggles became ratings material. Vulnerable moments became entertainment clips. And little by little, the massive Dr. Phil empire started showing serious cracks underneath the shiny TV image. Before becoming television's most famous life coach, Phil McGraw was not spending his days quietly counseling patients in therapy offices. After getting his PhD in clinical psychology in 1979, he moved into a very different world. He started a company called Courtroom Sciences, Inc., where he worked with lawyers on trial strategy and jury selection. That job taught him how to read people fast, control tense situations, and understand emotional reactions under pressure. Those skills would later turn him into a television powerhouse. Everything changed in 1998 during Oprah Winfrey's famous Texas beef trial. After Oprah got sued by Texas cattle ranchers, McGraw joined her legal team as a jury consultant. Oprah ended up winning the case, and that victory turned Phil into somebody she publicly trusted and promoted in a huge way.
What now? I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Are you speaking English?
Really? Because I think I flipped you.
You want to do it again?
Soon after, he began showing up regularly on Oprah's show, but not in the way people expected. He wasn't framed as a gentle therapist. He was pushed as a blunt fixer, a fast-talking strategist who could cut through emotional chaos instantly. Oprah's backing gave him massive credibility, and the timing hit perfectly. Daytime TV was already obsessed with public confessions and drama, so when Dr. Phil launched in 2002 under Harpo Productions, it exploded with about 7 million viewers on debut. It quickly became a daytime powerhouse. For over 20 seasons, the format barely changed because it worked too well. Broken families, addiction, and conflict were put on stage, followed by tough love speeches, sharp lines, and emotional breakdowns on display. It looked like real help happening live, but it was also built for constant attention and ratings pressure. Eventually, conflict stopped feeling educational and started feeling profitable. From the start, there was tension baked into the show's core. Was this real awareness or public humiliation dressed up as therapy? Once psychological issues get squeezed into short TV segments, nuance disappears fast. Serious struggles were turned into dramatic reveals, viral reactions, and punchy sound bites. In 2004, controversy hit hard after a CBS special showed Dr. Phil discussing a child using traits linked to serial offenders.
Danny, don't get all tough. Please don't. This is not the place, and this is not the time.
Sit down. Sit down.
The National Alliance on Mental Illness slammed it, calling it dangerous and ethically troubling. They warned it could seriously harm the child. The show pushed back, saying experts were involved. Critics saw a line crossed. Supporters called it awareness. Then, another issue kept coming up. Dr. Phil wasn't actively maintaining a psychology license during much of the show's run. That raised a big question. Was this therapy or just psychology branding used for TV drama? Around the same time, a money controversy followed. Between 2003 and 2006, he was tied to Shape Up supplements. The FTC investigated claims, and a reported $10.5 million settlement followed in 2006. Critics saw the optics as messy, even if he wasn't personally liable. The biggest criticism was never really about products, it was about vulnerable people becoming entertainment. In 2017, investigations by Stat News and the Boston Globe looked into addiction treatment centers connected to Dr. Phil endorsements. Critics claimed the business relationships blurred ethical lines, while former guests raised concerns about unsafe conditions tied to addiction episodes. The show denied wrongdoing and said participation was voluntary. Then, the internet era made everything way bigger. In 2016, teenage guest Danielle Bergoli went viral after saying, "Cash me outside? How about da?"
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
The clip exploded across social media, turning her into an internet celebrity and later a music star. But critics argued the show had drifted far from therapy and turned into full-blown viral content culture.
Out of all the years you've been doing your show and all the years you've been giving advice, how did this catch me outside girl? How did this happen?
Oh, God. And then this phrase that got turned into a, whatever, a meme or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
It just went crazy. And she was nominated for a Grammy or something? I'm serious. So I take no credit or blame. I just did what I could and haven't seen her since.
Things got darker in 2021 when Bergoli publicly alleged abuse connected to Turnabout Ranch, a Utah facility she said she was sent to after appearing on the show. The backlash exploded online, with many questioning whether vulnerable guests were being pushed into harmful situations for dramatic television moments. Once those questions exploded online, Dr. Phil's polished image became much harder to protect. The show promised help, but critics started seeing something much darker. For many people, the breaking point came in 2016 with actress Shelley Duvall's appearance. The shining star appeared visibly fragile, and backlash hit immediately. Mental health advocates, celebrities, and viewers accused the episode of exploiting someone in distress for ratings. Critics said it felt less like support and more like suffering turned into entertainment. Reports later claimed Duvall regretted appearing. Dr. Phil defended himself and said help was offered behind the scenes, though he admitted some promotion may have gone too far. Then, in 2020, another controversy exploded after comments he made on Fox News about COVID-19 deaths were widely criticized online. The backlash spread fast, and John Oliver later dedicated a major segment to attacking Dr. Phil's long history of controversies and televised spectacle. Dr. Phil later apologized for how he phrased the COVID comments, but the internet had already taken over. Once clips go viral, millions of people start reacting, remixing, and tearing them apart from every angle possible.
Because he's worthless right now.
Then, another controversy hit in 2022 after reports described allegations of a toxic workplace tied to the show, including claims involving intimidation and racism. The show's legal team denied everything, but by then the damage to the brand was impossible to ignore.
Go to college right now.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's stop that right now. That's a complete load of crap.
In February 2023, the final announcement came. Dr. Phil would end after 21 seasons. That kind of TV run is massive, but the ending didn't feel victorious. It felt inevitable. Over time, the formula started wearing thin. Public confrontations, emotional breakdowns, and tough love speeches no longer looked groundbreaking in the age of TikTok, YouTube, and non-stop reaction culture. What once looked powerful started feeling repetitive, staged, and built more for viral clips than meaningful help. By the late 2000s, many viewers were no longer watching for transformation. They were watching for chaos, awkward moments, and viral reactions. Teen rebellion turned into internet catchphrases, and Dr. Phil's sharp one-liners slowly became meme material instead of wisdom. The Shelley Duvall episode became online shorthand for "this should not have aired." Controversies tied to Turnabout Ranch fueled bigger debates about the troubled teen industry, while addiction treatment reports raised more questions about vulnerable people becoming entertainment. The social media era changed everything. TV authority used to flow one way. The expert talks, the audience listens. But online, every clip gets challenged instantly, and every public figure is one viral moment away from becoming a meme. Behind the scenes, the business side also started shaking. After ending the daytime show in 2023, Dr. Phil launched Merit Street Media in 2024. But within about a year, reports said the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and got pulled into massive legal and financial disputes worth over $100 million. This was not the story of a stable media empire reinventing itself. It was a brand struggling to survive in a world that no longer blindly trusts TV personalities. Dr. Phil was built for an older era, when television experts rarely got challenged in public. Now everything gets questioned online within minutes. The format started feeling painfully predictable. Guest arrives, chaos erupts, tough love speech happens, clips go viral, reaction videos follow. Repeat. The illusion faded fast. Many viewers stopped seeing a trusted expert helping families and started seeing a content machine powered by conflict and emotional spectacle. Once audiences noticed the formula behind the curtain, they couldn't unsee it. Still, the show wasn't a total accident. For years, people connected with the idea of confronting dysfunction openly and offering solutions. Some viewers felt helped, and some guests said they received real support afterward. But television always pushes for bigger drama, and eventually the pressure to escalate became impossible to hide. Bigger confrontations, more shocking guests, sharper sound bites, and heavier emotional moments kept stacking up. Over time, the promise of helping people started clashing hard with entertainment incentives. Ethical concerns grew, viral clips replaced nuance, and public criticism kept building until the show ended. But by then, the media world had already moved on. Syndicated TV no longer controls culture like it once did. Now, every expert is just one clip away from becoming internet reaction content. Maybe Dr. Phil wasn't taken down by one scandal alone. Maybe the internet simply revealed what the format had always been: public vulnerability mixed with confident authority, designed for compelling television. Audiences wanted it, networks rewarded it, and millions watched for years. But the real question is whether TV ever truly could fix deeply complex lives in under an hour with applause and dramatic music. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let people know what you think about the rise and fall of Dr. Phil. See you in the next one.